Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome to 2021. I wish you guys a beautiful New Year's. And yeah, before we get along with this video, please do hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Yeah, just show some support so I can keep making more awesome videos. Yeah, anyway, today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to install an operating system called Ubuntu Studio. Okay, I call this the artist's toolbox, as for example, if you're a content creator, a graphic designer, or a music editor or a music creator, this operating system comes with so many softwares to cater all your needs. So you can basically do anything there. Like it's pretty neat, hey? It takes a while to learn though. It's completely different from Windows, but it's really cool. It's worth it, especially because all the softwares there are actually free. Okay, so cool. Let's get on with the video. So yeah, first thing you gotta do, you gotta need to download the operating system. So I'm gonna go very basic and just Google everything for you guys. Okay, so open your web browser, hit up on Google, and search for Ubuntu Studios. Okay, Ubuntu Studio, Studio, not Studios. I'll just click on the download button over here. Just showing you guys the download procedure. I already have it downloaded on my system. So go for the Ubuntu Studio 20.04 LTS. Just click on direct download. Then your download will open up there and you just click OK, and let's see, the file's around 3.4 gigs. As you can see, there's a 1 there. That means I already downloaded this. So let's just move on to the next step. So once the whole download is done, move on to downloading a software called Rufus. Just Google it. It's Rufus. You just click on the first website that you see. Go down, and the 3.13 version, I think, is the latest. Yes, it's a 2020 November one. So yeah, just click on this. It's a very neat and small software actually. Just save it, and it's standalone, so you don't actually have to install it. So what you do is you just open the app, or go to your downloads and open it. Okay, do you want to unlock? I'd say yes, but no, I'm okay. So cool, there you go. Once the application, let me just close this in the background. So once it's done, I would like for you guys to take a USB, an empty one that you're not necessarily using at the current moment. Make sure it's formatted, it's completely empty. You can use, I think, a 4 gig USB, but I always recommend an 8 gig or a 16 gig or upwards, basically. Okay, not too large though, because it will take a while to actually install the whole thing there. So I'm going to insert the USB into my laptop. Okay, and boom, it shows up over there. Okay, so here it's selected. You're just going to boot selection, disco ISO image. Now you're going to select yeah, it's ISO image. You're going to select the image that you're going to use, which is the file that we just downloaded from Ubuntu Studio. It's an ISO file. Open, and then it will load it in. Okay, so partition scheme, leave it at MBR. Target system, BIOS, UEFI, just leave it there. Volume label, it will name it this, just leave it as is. File system, file, that's still fine, that's fine, that's fine. Just click on start. That means you don't change anything. Download is required, so it's not an error. So you just click on yes. Make sure your computer is connected to the internet at that current time, so it downloads the required files it needs. Written ISO image recommended. Just click on OK on that one. Then all data on device will be deleted. There's nothing there, so everything is fine. And yeah, carry on. Okay, so this might take a while, so yeah, I'm gonna fast forward the whole thing. Okay, all right, it's almost done. So let me just explain what we just did right now. So we took the ISO and we just used the Rufus as a way to make the USB a bootable device. So next time when I insert the USB onto my laptop and I restart the laptop, um, my laptop will recognize that the USB is there and it will boot onto the USB, opening the software itself. So I'll show you all of that process after this is done. It tricked me. It made me think it was going fast, but it started going slow. Anyway, yeah. So that's basically what we did. We're just gonna boot directly from the USB and not from the hard drive, and we're gonna install everything from the USB into our new hard drive. So with me, I like this hard drive. This is the only hard drive that I use my elementary OS Linux and my Windows on. I use Windows for gaming. My elementary OS was for work and stuff. But yeah, Ubuntu Studios offers a lot more software which I can get on my elementary OS. It's just that like I like the fact that everything is out of the box, hey. And a lot of artists are now coming and approaching me, telling me like, "Hey, Dave, we need the right softwares." And to really honest, this is your best bet. Check out Ubuntu Studios. It's really really great. At the meantime, while we're still waiting for this last 4%, do hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, hey? Make sure that this algorithm recognizes the video and I can post more videos and it will be more available to everyone who actually needs it. Otherwise, yeah, let's keep waiting. Awesome, finally done. Huh. Okay, it wasn't too long, but it was pretty long. It was pretty long. Otherwise, yeah, that's all we needed to do. Right now, if you go back to your USB, you will notice that it's now called Ubuntu Studio, and it has all these files in, which is all the files that are needed to make the device a bootable device. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to restart my system and then put in the USB, turn it on, and then enter my BIOS. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to my camera because I won't be able to record the screen at that time. I'll switch over to my camera and show you exactly what I do. Okay, now I've changed cameras. Excuse the darkness. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to insert my USB into the laptop. Okay, before turning it on. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to enter our BIOS. Normally when you turn on your laptop, you see some words on your screen that tell you how to enter your BIOS. For me, it's pressing enter. And then from enter, I need to select a temporary startup device, which is F12. And it will give me a menu of things to boot from. So I'm not booting from the hard drive. This is the new hard drive I just inserted right now. It was running Pop OS, but yeah, I'm over it. Anyway, I'm going to go into the USB HDD, which is the USB drive which we put the Ubuntu software on. So the nice thing about Linux is that you can actually test out the software itself by after you put it on the USB, you can just boot directly into your USB without affecting your hard drive or any of your information. So as you can see, the first option there says try Ubuntu Studio without installing. Okay, so that gives you a chance to actually take a look at it. I'm just going to press enter. Okay, it's loading. That gives you a chance to actually try it out and see whether you actually like it or if you don't, you know. So right now I'm going to show you how it's like when you actually just try it out without installing it first, and then I'll show you the installation procedure. The only one thing that I should mention though is that when you try it out, everything, your settings that you do on just the tryout don't get saved unless you boot your disk into a persistent mode. There's other softwares for that, and I think I'll be covering that like, I don't know, in a few months. or a few weeks. Basically how to boot from your stick and use your USB stick as your personal computer. So anywhere you go, you just insert a stick and you can access all your files and everything that's been saved on your stick with a different operating system and not the one that was installed on the system that you're using. Otherwise, let's just wait for this to load up. Awesome. No errors found from the ISO file, so it looks like it will start up in a few. And voila, this is it. This is Ubuntu Studios. So let me just move my laptop just a bit. Hope you guys can see. Awesome. Yeah, this is Ubuntu Studio. It's not bad at all, actually. I'm also move the camera just a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. Actually ran out of space on my device. I had to delete some stuff. But anyway, yeah, this is Ubuntu Studios. Like Windows, it kind of has its own start menu over here. This is where you can find all the softwares that you can use. As you can see, it has audio production softwares. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. Okay, it's got your audio production softwares. These are like very cool softwares, each one with this different style. Like LMMS is similar to Fruity Loops, which many people use on Windows. We have Audacity, which is normally found on Windows and Linux. We got Outdoor 5. It's actually pretty cool. There's also like drum looping softwares and like audio recording, audio editing. It's pretty broad. You kind of get a lot of things over here. And on the graphic design side, you got your graphic utilities, your document scanner, image magic. What's this? Your photography. You got your what's this? Duckable, Entangle, Rapid Photo Downloader. It's kind of like it's really broad, to really honest. For 3D, you got Blender, which many people also use on Windows. For people that love Photoshop, you can use GNU Image Manipulation Program or GIMP. It's exactly the same as Photoshop, just open source. Yeah. And then you got your LibreDraw, Inkscape. You got quite a lot of things. I'm not gonna mention everything for now. And then for your video production, you can still use Blender. This is my favorite editor, my Kdenlive. This video is edited and made by Kdenlive, but I heard that OpenShot is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna try that also. And then this is like the screen recorder I was using on Windows. It's also here on Linux. And yeah, you can edit subtitles. You can do quite a lot of things, hey? Yeah, and that's your video production. And then you got like extra stuff, your accessories. These are your basic things that you do use on every day. Education, games, internet. You already have your Firefox installed directly. Media playback. You got your VLC, which is pretty cool. I've never used the other ones. Your Office. Basically, you have everything of LibreOffice. So for those that love Microsoft Office, this is basically it. This is basically your Office stuff. So same things that you can do on Microsoft Office, you can also do around here. Okay, which is really cool, honestly. And then yeah, let's get on to the installation actually, and then I can probably show you everything else. I don't want to run everything now from the USB because it's going to be a bit slow. So installing this thing is very simple. It's right there. It says install Ubuntu. You just double click it. It looks like the double click actually works on Ubuntu. Normally on Linux you get like single clicks. So I'll have to readjust to this. Okay. So installing is pretty simple. Select your language. You click on continue. English US. This is your keyboard type. Continue. connecting to Wi-Fi is very optional. I would like to connect to my Wi-Fi. It's just that my password is like 24 characters long and I don't have it in my head. So I am just gonna continue with the offline installation for now. Okay, install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware, additional media format. I'm gonna select this, continue. I think now we are about to get to the installation. So for the people that have Windows on their systems, this part will actually ask you to install Ubuntu Studio next to Windows, or if you want to erase everything and just install Ubuntu Studio. Okay, so like for example, this is erase disk and install Ubuntu Studio. I have Pop OS installed here, so I can choose something else and then I can have Pop OS and Ubuntu Studio installed on one system. But in this feature, I want to just erase the whole thing because I want a pretty new install. I want to enjoy this installation as much as I can, so I'm just going to erase everything, select there and carry on. And then from here, it creates your own partitions for you. It does everything for you when you just click on erase and install. You don't have to do anything manually. Just click on continue. You select your region, Johannesburg. Okay, your name. Yes, I am David. My computer's name. I always give my computer a name. It's Cyroxide. Pick username, David's fine. Password. Okay, make sure it's a very good password because this actually tells you if your password is too weak. Okay, and then yeah, the process is now installing. This might also take a while too. I'm hoping the RAM upgrade that I put in here is gonna make it go pretty fast. So I'll just leave it like this, and if it goes too slow, then I'll just fast forward everything. So yeah, this is like the welcome screen, lets you know about every single thing, like thanks for choosing Ubuntu. In the slideshow, we will present a few features which make Ubuntu Studio perfect companion for artists. F all kind, you see, told you. Let the world hear you. From recording an album, podcast editing, or scoring a film, Ubuntu Studio includes application and documented workflows to support your audio needs. As you can see here, for the ones that use audio stuff, I'm sure they recognize all of this, especially when it comes to setting up your devices and stuff. It's actually moving pretty fast. Yeah, the RAM upgrade was worth it. Okay, create amazing videos. Blender, I am going to be playing around with this. Kdenlive, OpenShot. Kdenlive is my best video editor so far. And then there's OpenShot. Apparently there's some very nice stuff you can do with this. A lot of people really recommend it. And then for graphic artists and designers, you got your Inkscape. I think that's very popular also. Critter Paint Studio, this is similar to Paint. And then you got the GIMP image editor, which is similar to Photoshop. Really, really nice. And then for photographers, Darktable photo editor. I think this is like Lightroom or something, if I'm not mistaken. And then raw therapy, raw image processor. Yeah, these softwares are similar to Lightroom because I can see with the interface here. This is way more similar to Lightroom, and obviously GIMP. Okay, get more applications. There's like an application store the same way you use on your phone. So not only is Ubuntu Studio designed to be a media creation power, it's also a robust desktop OS. However, if you want additional applications not installed by default, you can choose from tens of thousands in the Ubuntu repositories. So the nice thing about Ubuntu is that it has a whole lot of software. It's like so much. It's crazy. It's really crazy because that's mainly because it's open source and a lot of people have the ability to create as much softwares as they want, and any idea that pops up people just program it, and then it's up to the community whether they like the software or not, and they get people that support that either make the software better or they just fix the bugs that are present. So yeah, otherwise that's the brief tour of Ubuntu in a sense. Almost finished copying files. It was actually pretty quick. Normally it would take me like 15 minutes to just install an entire OS, and this OS is actually pretty large. It's like 3.4 gigs. I'm used to like 2 gigs or something, and that would take like 15 minutes. So yeah, check out my video on how to upgrade RAM on my Facebook. I think I'm gonna move it to my YouTube. And if you upgrade your RAM, things just get better, you know? Otherwise, let's just fast forward the whole thing. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Sorry, my phone camera kind of died out, so I actually had to skip over into the software. So what actually happened there is that it finished installing, asked me to restart the system, and as soon as I restarted, it also asked you to remove the USB, and then bam, you in it as soon as it starts again. This is how it looks like. The first thing that you're going to see is basically doing some updates in the case that you didn't update, you didn't turn on your Wi-Fi or your internet while you were installing the software. So once you're done with that, just click on update and yeah, put in your password and it'll be as easy as that. Nice thing about this is that the updates are completely different from Windows, so you don't have to restart your system every single time you've done with an update. And yeah, let me just show you the software center for now. Where was it again? System, yeah, there you go, and then software, and boom, this is it. You can find all your softwares that you need right over here. It's similar to using a phone, so you just click on whatever software that you like and you just click on download. And that's about it. Yeah. I haven't checked all the softwares here, so I'm not so sure which ones I need yet, but we'll do that soon. Otherwise, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button so that I can make more videos soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.